right now.
I'd like to turn, Mr. Jackson, to generally how you write songs. Can you tell me what process you go through when you're writing a song, if there is a general process?
Well, the process I go through is songs kind of just come. They create themselves. Like I said before, I'm just the source through which they come. And it's a beautiful thing. It's very spiritual. It's like standing under a tree and letting a leaf fall and trying to catch it. It's that beautiful. And what I do is it comes into my head. I could be walking along, you know, on a road, or I could be sitting on a bench at Disneyland or something, eating peanuts, and there it is, it's in my head. Or I could be in the shower, or I can wake up, like when I did when I wrote We Are the World, and there the song is. It's right in my head, the entire composition, you know. That's how it happens.
Once you have the song in your head, what do you do next to get the song?
I go to a tape recorder and I put the sounds down orally with my mouth, making sounds of how I want the bass or the strings or the drums or each part to go, the way I hear it. Because the key is to get exactly what you're hearing in your head on that tape.
You realize that one of the songs at issue in this lawsuit is a song called The Girl Is Mine? You aware of that?
Yes.
Who wrote The Girl Is Mine?
I wrote The Girl Is Mine.
What album did The Girl Is Mine appear on?
Sorry. That's the, sorry, the Thriller album.
Was it also released as a single?
Yes, the first single off of Thriller.
The lyric, what's The Girl Is Mine about?
It's very simple. It's two guys kind of quarreling over the same girl, which happens. Saying, no, she's mine, no, she's mine. She loves me, okay? You know, that type of thing. She always looks at me, that type of thing. And they're just quarreling over the same girl. So that's what it's about.
How'd you get the idea for that, what you just described?
It just came. It just came. Quincy said to me, you know, write a song that you and Paul McCartney can sing together. So, I guess I went to sleep, and when I woke up the next day, there it was, and I ran to the tape recorder, and I started to put down what I heard in my head.
You mentioned Quincy. Who's Quincy?
Quincy Jones is a producer, songwriter. He's a really great guy. He's wonderful. I love him.
Have you worked with him before? Yes. When did you first work with Quincy Jones?
I first, I'm not positive. I think I was 9 years old. Yeah, I was 9 years old. I met him with Sammy Davis Jr. I think it was at Sammy's house. And that's when I first set eyes on him. And I never knew that we would end up working together professionally. And then we did The Wiz, which was in New York City. And then, after The Wiz, we did an album called Off the Wall.
The Wiz was a motion picture?
Yes, Universal.
Now, at some point, you made a tape recording of The Girl Is Mine, a work tape?
Yes.
I'd like to play for you a document that's previously been marked as Exhibit 489, and what I'll do is give this to the reporter after we're done so that he can hold in his custody. And I'll just play a little bit of it at first, Mr. Jackson, and ask you to tell me whether you recognize Exhibit 489. My question is, I'm going to play Exhibit 489, and again, Mr. Jackson, ask you whether you recognize it. I'll just play a portion of it. I'm going to stop the exhibit 489 for a moment and ask you, Mr. Jackson, whether you recognize that.
Yes, that's me writing the parts to The Girl Is Mine, creating it. Sorry.
What were the circumstances under which you started making exhibit 489?
Well, just a tape recorder there and making sounds like...
Objection. Are we going to have
walks right in my dreams. Says I met her from the
I have an objection. I have an objection.
Well, that's how I did it.
How did you how did you come to? You may have told me already, but I don't think you did. How did you come to get the song, the music on exhibit 489 in mind?
Like I've said before, songs create themselves. It just come out of me. You know, it just come from inside out. And I think I'm just the source through which it comes. And you asked me how I created, and I started to perform to give you an example of how it's done, of how I create songs. And when I create my music, I make these sounds. I wrote a song called Who Is
Objection.
It?
Do you recall where you were when The Girl Is Mine, the song The Girl Is Mine came to you, Mr. Jackson?
I think I was at the Encino house or a condominium because we were rebuilding the Encino house and staying in a smaller place.
Let me play for you some more of Exhibit 489. I'm going to stop it at some point and ask some more questions.
Yeah, that's The Girl Is Mine.
Objection.
Doggone girl is mine.
Is there a question before the...
Will you show us what you were doing on that tape?
Yeah. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start, I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine. Don't waste your time, because the doggone girl is mine.
When you were making some sounds with your mouth, what was the purpose of that?
The sounds are the rhythms that I make. I wrote a song on the Dangerous album called Who Is It? And what I do is I go to a tape recorder and I put down the sounds the way I'm hearing it in my head. And I'm hearing the bass, I'm hearing the percussion, I'm hearing the drums, and the Who Is It? Like it goes that's how
Motion
it's
to
done.
strike.
So what I
Move to
do
strike.
is I go to a tape recorder and I just put exactly what I'm hearing in my head down on tape, and that's how I pretty much do it.
Would you briefly show us how you made the rhythm sounds on The Girl Is Mine tape?
Sure. Like that.
I'd like to play...
Girl is mine. Sorry, my voice. I'm really hoarse. At a concert last night. My throat is
Objection.
really
Move to
bad.
strike.
No, I've stopped the tape. You were singing some lyrics and not others, is that right?
Pardon?
You were singing some lyrics but not others.
Yes.
Why was that?
Because certain words come into your head at a certain time that are fitting for the melody. Certain words come with the melody at the same time that it's created. You know, Heal the world. I mean, I didn't think about it. It just came. Make it a better place. So it came with the melody. Heal the world. And I thought about it. Wow, that's nice. Heal the world. Let's heal our planet.
Let me play some more of Exhibit 489.
The girl is mine.
I'll stop there. You were making some noise where you just laughed. What were you doing there on The Girl Is Mine?
I was imitating a Moog bass where you play the bass on a keyboard, but you have this little, it's like a stick where you can go like noises like that. Like that.
Thank you. You're singing some high notes there.
Yeah.
Jack.
What were you singing at that point, just before I stopped the tape?
I'm singing what I hear over the chorus, like a string part. Da 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 da. The girl is mine.
The girl is mine. See how she's hanging high low for me. She know what she's done. She knows that it's wrong to be.
You just sang. Did you just hear some words on the tape?
Yeah, that part of the song I never used
Why not?
because it went in another direction, and I can tell by listening to that where it's going to go. It's probably going to go da 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 da, because it's most likely to go in that direction. I haven't heard this since then.
I know that I can be.
There it is.
She's the best inside of me. She just finding her so sweet.
Objection. There's no question before the witness.
I heard these so long.
Yes, she knows she mine. The girl is mine.
The girl is mine.
Okay.
The girl is mine. Oh, she's mine. La la la.
What part were you singing just before I stopped the tape?
Counterlines, musical counterlines that can go against the main part. It could be a keyboard, it could be a flute, it could be a string part. It's like a tapestry of sound, which is what the law of music is.
Continue playing Exhibit 489.
On the piano, it's like this. It starts off.
What were you doing right there? What was
It's
that?
creating another part that I heard, which I did do on the demo, which I played myself.
Well, was there a particular musical instrument that you were
It's a
in?
piano. It's accenting. Like that.
Okay, I'm just going to play some more of Exhibit 489, Mr. Jackson. Why don't you wait for my question?
Okay.
The bass attack. strings.
What did you say right there?
Strings.
And what did that mean?
It's the part that would go over a verse, like a second verse, which would climax the song, which would build it.
Were you imitating a particular instrument when you made that sound?
Yes.
What?
Strings. I haven't said it. I go strings.
As a string.
So I'm going to play more of Exhibit 489. Now I'm playing more of Exhibit 489.
Piano.
What did you just say on the tape?
I'm not positive. I think it said piano or something. What I'm doing now after
Let me
creating...
ask you, what are you doing now on the tape?
Okay. After creating the melody, I'm now creating the different sounds that I want to go with the melody, what each instrument should do to create the song.
Play more of Exhibit 489.
String. Guitar.
What were you doing there?
Creating a French horn part, which I never used. Da 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 da.
Thank you.
That could be soft horns.
What did you just say
I
there?
just said that could be soft horns.
Continue with Exhibit 489.
I can tell the way she in her head that she knows good may find. As she talks to me, safe in her bed, and I know she ought to mind. The girl is mine. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The girl is mine. And don't write this song. Don't write anything. Let the song create itself.
That's my law.
Let me back the tape up slightly. And I do want to.
That's what I can say.
And don't write this song. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The girl is mine. And don't write this song. Don't write anything. Let the song create itself. Let the strings tell you what to do, where they should come. Let the piano tell you what chords to hit. What are the fills? Let the bass tell you what it should be doing. Everything. Let it create itself. Let it form. Let it do what it wants to do. Don't force upon the song. Let the song force upon you. Let it tell you where to go.
Okay, what did you mean by what you said on the tape?
What I meant was, a song creates itself. I'm just the source through which it comes. It all creates itself. When a song comes to me, I'm hearing the strings, I'm hearing the bass, I'm hearing the drums, I'm hearing everything comes as a package. It's like catching a leaf that falls from a tree. It's the most spiritual, beautiful thing that can ever happen. And sometimes I just get on my knees and I pray to God out of thankfulness that it happened, that it came to me. And that's what I'm saying. Let it create itself, because it's trying to create itself.
I'll continue with Exhibit 489.
Punchline, that piano feel that goes do 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 do. That's harmony. with that voice harmony was
What'd you say right there?
Some type of harmony part. Oh, the girl is mine. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What I'm trying to do is, what I'm hearing in my head is some type of counter line to build the chorus. Because in songwriting, you should go from the verse to the chorus. And when the chorus comes, it should be like a flower blossoming in your face. So to build that and to make that happen, you have to add in other sounds to make it refreshing and wonderful. So that's all that is.
What's the bridge of a song?
I love you more than he.
Objection.
I was asking you a more general question. What is a bridge?
What is a bridge?
Yes.
A bridge, what a bridge is to take you from A to B. It is to take you from the verse to another part. It is escapism from hearing the same mundane, trivial, ordinary thing that you've been hearing all the time. Because the ear gets tired of hearing the same sounds. So what a bridge does, it takes you away from all of that. Then when it finally comes back to what you were doing before, it's stronger. It's much stronger.
Does the girl... I'm sorry. Finish your...
It has a much stronger effect.
Does the song The Girl Is Mine have a bridge?
Yes, it does.
Could you sing that for us?
It goes, I love you more than he, take you anywhere. And I go, but I love you endlessly, loving we will share. So come and go with me to the town. But we both cannot have her, so it's one or the other. And one day we'll discover that she's my girl forever. Don't build your hopes to be let down, 'cause I really feel it's time that she tell you I'm the one for her. That type of thing.
Let me continue, Mr. Jackson, with Exhibit 489, and I will ask you a question at some point.
Darling mine. Here's another bridge part. For instance. She can go with me out of the town. Why? It's a slight change. She can go with me. She can go down. Yeah, that's it. She can go with me down. She can feel with the breath you eat. I hope to say hello to her.
The segment that I just played, what were you doing there?
Creating, or discovering, I should say. Because I try not to invent. I try to discover what's there. And I'm discovering where the song wants to go. And it's the bridge. It's the bridge of the song. And it's these changes that it reminds me of a song I just wrote recently called Stranger in Moscow in Russia. And I went through the same thing, trying to dictate into a microphone, what you're hearing in your head is very difficult sometimes because you can't. You only have one voice, but you're hearing full chords. So it's a very difficult thing to do. But you just do your best.
What's a chord, Mr. Jackson?
What's a chord?
Yeah, in music.
A chord is harmony. It's sound that's pleasant, something that can be pleasant to the ear. Music.
Let me just state for the record, I'm playing Exhibit 489, and at some point I will ask you a question about it, Mr. Jackson.
Just to see it. It's in mine. The girl is mine. Do 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 do. The girl is mine. Do 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 do. The girl is mine. Do 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 do. The doggone girl is mine. Do 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 do. Now the chorus of the bridge is down 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 down.
What did you just say there?
I'm saying the chords to the bridge. I'm now just bringing out what I think the chords, just defining into my head what the chords should do to accompany the melody. So, which is very important.
I'll play some more from Exhibit 489.
And on this part, is wow, and another.
Mr. Jackson, what were you doing there?
I'm making background sounds, which I did on the demo, which is just one of the notes. Just a harmony part. I think there's like 6 different harmony notes. That's just one of 6.
I'll play further from Exhibit 489.
What is?
What were you doing there?
Same thing. It's a harmony part that goes against the other harmony. I'm creating different notes, which are harmonics, to go against the music. I'm creating all the harmonies and all the sounds, each individual sound, which make up the whole of The Girl Is Mine.
Play further from Exhibit 489.
When the song first kicks off, I can hear some horns in the front. For instance, this is how the music goes. In the front, do 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 boom, do 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 you hear do 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 soft horns.
What were you doing there?
Creating what I heard at the time, French horns, which are soft horns, which I felt should have gone at the time in the beginning of the song. That type of thing.
She can go with me, take you anywhere. Walk, ba, 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 ba.
What part of the song is it that we just heard?
You just heard the bridge.
She can go with me out of town, messing around, great cause we both can get heaven, so it's fun all the time.
There it is.
Don't really hope to be with.
What did you just hear?
There it is. That's what I was looking for. It's the fire that builds coming out of the bridge. but we both cannot have her, so it's one or the other. And one day you'll discover that she's my girl forever, and don't build your hopes to be let. So it's coming out of the bridge.
You okay, Mr. Jackson? You want to take a break?